this unit, we are going to see on time and in time, what is the difference, and then at the end and in the end. So it's quite confusing, so be careful. Let's have a look together, so then we are going to better understand how to use them. Let's start with the section A, on time and in time. So on time means not late or punctual. So on time means punctual or not late. If something happens on time, what does it mean? It happens at the time that was planned. For example, the 11:45 train left on time. It means that this train left at exactly at 11:45. Please be on time, don't be late. So please be on time, don't be late. Or the conference was well organized, everything began and finished on time. So it's punctual, everything began and finished on time, not late. But then when we use in time, what does it mean? In time for something or to do something means soon enough. For example, will you be home in time for dinner? When we ask like this, we mean that will you be home soon enough for dinner? Or I sent Amy a birthday present. I hope it arrives in time. So if you say like this, you mean that I hope it arrives on or before Amy's birthday. Last one, I'm in hurry. I want to get home in time to watch the game on TV. So you say that you are in a hurry, you want to get home soon enough to be able to see the game on TV. And then now let's have a look at the opposite. So the opposite of in time is too late. The opposite of in time is too late. I got home too late to watch the game on TV. And then you can say just in time to means that almost too late. We got to the station just in time for our train. So we got to the station almost too late, for our train. But finally we can take the train. A child ran into the road in front of the car, but I managed to stop just in time. Just in time means almost too late, but I managed to stop, before hitting the boy. Now let's move to section B. At the end and in the end. What is the difference between these two words? At the end of something means at the time when something ends. At the end means at the time when something's end. For example, you say at the end of the month, at the end of the film, at the end of January, at the end of the course, at the end of the game, or at the end of the concert. Let's have a look at the examples. I'm going away at the end of January or at the end of the month. At the end of the concert, everyone applauded. The players shook hands at the end of the game. So we do not say in the end of, be careful. We say at the end of. We do not say in the end of January, but we have to say at the end of January. And now the opposite of at the end is at the beginning. The opposite of at the end is at the beginning. For example, I'm going away at the beginning of January. And in the end simply means finally. In the end equal finally. We use in the end when we say what the final results of a situation was. We had a lot of problems with our car. We solved it in the end. So when you say like this, you mean we had a lot of problems with our car. Finally, we sold our car. He got more and more angry. In the end, he just walked out of the room. So he got more and more angry, and finally he just walked out of the room. Alan couldn't decide where to go for his holidays. He didn't go anywhere in the end. So it means that Alan didn't go anywhere for holiday finally. And the opposite of in the end is at first. In the end, finally, the opposite is at first. At first, we didn't get on very well, but in the end, we became good friends. At first, we didn't get on very well, but finally, we became good friends. So you use the verb get on with someone to mean that you can be friend with someone. practice some exercises. Complete the sentences with on time or in time. So on time means punctual, not late. But in time means for something or to do something. It means soon enough. The bus is usually on time, but it was late this morning. What does this mean? The bus is usually on time. It means not late, but it was late this morning, so it's not usual. The film was supposed to start at 8:30, but it didn't begin dash. So you say that the film was supposed to start at 8:30, but it was late. It didn't begin on time. Number 3. The train service isn't very good. The trains are rarely dash. So what you say here, the train service isn't very good. The trains are rarely on time. So it's not often on time, it's always late. Number 4. We nearly missed our train. We got to the station just in time. So in this case, we have to use just in time to say that we almost too late. Just in time. Then number 5. We want to start the meeting dash, so please don't be late. We want to start the meeting on time. So please don't be late. Then number 6. I have just washed this shirt. I want to wear it this evening, so I hope it will be dry dash. So you just washed your shirt and you want to wear it this evening, so I hope it will dry soon enough, or before you wear the shirt. So you have to use in time, because in time means soon enough. Number 7. I almost forgot that it was Joe's birthday. Fortunately, I remembered dash. I almost forgot, but fortunately, I remembered in time. In time. Then number 8. Why are you never dash? You always keep everybody waiting. Why you never on time? You always late. Number 9. It is hoped that the new stadium will be ready dash for the tournament later this year. It hoped that the new stadium will be ready soon enough for the tournament. So soon enough is in time. Now let's do one more exercise. Put in at or in the blank. Number 1 example, I'm going away at the end of the month. I'm going away at the end of the month. Question number 2. It took Gary a long time to find work. Dash the end, he got a job as a bus driver. So it took a long time for him to find work, but finally he got a job as bus driver. So finally is in the end. In the end means finally. Number 3. I couldn't decide what to buy Amy for her birthday. I didn't buy her anything dash the end. So you hesitated. I couldn't decide. So finally, I didn't buy anything for her birthday. So finally is in the end. In the end. Number 4. I'm going away dash the end of this week. The end of something, you have to use at the end. At the end of this week, at the end of the month. Number 5. We waited ages for a bus. Dash the end, we had to get a taxi. So we waited for so long for a bus. Finally, we had to get a taxi. Finally is in the end. Number 6. Dash the end of the lesson. All the students left the classroom. The end of something, we have to use at the end. At the end of the lesson. Number 7. We had a few problems at first, but dash the end, everything was okay. At first we had a few problems, but finally everything was okay. Finally is in the end. Question 8. You were in a difficult position. What did you do the end? So you ask your friend. You were in a difficult position. What did you do finally? Finally is in the end. Then question 9. The journey took a very long time, but we got there finally. We got there in the end. And then number 10. Are you going away dash the beginning of August or the end? So you ask your friend or your teacher, or are you going away the beginning of August or the end of August? So the beginning we have to use at the beginning and then at the end of August.